was rear-ended by another driver, and the other driver's insurance company only wanted to give me a check for the salvage value for my car. They said that the repair cost was greater than the value of my car, and then I could not drive the car on the road because it would have a salvage title to it. Do I have any recourse?
Okay, that's kind of a new one. We haven't heard anybody. I'm not familiar with the term salvage title. Are you?
Yeah, I
That's
am.
good.
Yeah, short answer.
That's good. Good call.
Short answer, you do have some recourse. You know, it's interesting. We haven't got a lot of property questions tonight, which is kind of odd. But anyway, and I'm seeing this as well in my practice, that insurance companies, you know, I mean, when that's the question. So you're in an accident and another vehicle damages your car. Well, what is the true repair cost of your vehicle? How does that work? I mean, if it's a 10-year-old car, you entitled to brand new parts, or can they use used parts? And so that's a kind of area, an expanding area of the law. Generally, like all those things, usually squeaky wheels get the grease, okay? And so some companies a little better than others, but I am seeing now that some companies are kind of chipping down a little bit, and they're trying to kind of cut some corners and take some shortcuts on that. So do you have recourse? Absolutely. In the end, you know, they tender an offer, and you don't have to accept it. You can always bring them to court and, you know, and take your rights there. And let me just say this, too, and it's also something we're seeing, and that is if it is a small amount of money we're talking about, perhaps say under $3,000, sometimes I recommend my clients take them to justice court and work it out there. It's a quick, relatively inexpensive way to kind of handle their business, and, you know, filing in justice court usually gets their attention, and usually it's, in the cases I've seen so far, everyone that's gone that route has gotten kind of what they wanted, kind of won. And so something to consider. But like everything else, those are offers and acceptance, and so if you don't like what you're being offered, you know, you have recourse. You always do.
Yeah, and I would say that, and that's Matthew's exactly right. But the other thing is, generally, these are going to be controlled by the language of the contract. So they're obligated to pay whatever their contract says they have to pay, whether that's salvage value, replacement value, some other value. That's what it is. So, you know, the first step I think you probably want to take is have someone who's familiar with those kinds of insurance contracts, look at the contractual language, compare it to what they're offering you, and see if it's fair. Because in the end of the day, in most instances, they're not going to have to pay more than what the contract requires them to pay.